I find it quite hard. We see a lot of circles that go and hit more towards the central and more towards the water side than what we do up towards the north end. Oasis ending something like that, Torre Moada, it's few and far between.
I'm dreaming of the Oasis end. I don't think I've ever had one.
Have you ever had the island yet?
No, I didn't get... No, I haven't had prison. I haven't had that. Ooh.
The bus is here. The ball!
Oh, God,
Yeet! Bye! Now you can turn, boys. Now it's time to push. Go on, son. Let's...
And I was having a great time.
Nade him.
Oh, he's got the nade. He doesn't know whether he wants to go up or down or anything around, and it might just work. I don't know if it's close enough. It's not going to find him. Snoopy's in danger. His teammate's been flushed, and he's all alone.
I like this. Pushing out to the right-hand side. It's
Melba.
a bit controversial.
He's a
you wouldn't
boy.
expect it, but they're hunting him down. They fancy a piece of this. He's being knocked by Vard. Oh, that was chaotic. What just happened?
I'm just so happy. That little truck, just a little party van, just
hits the head and just turns around like, yep.
On the other side of things, Blaze,
no.
Again, I hope they don't lose out on a player. This could be 2 games now, back-to-back, where they lose a player very early on. And they held on quite nicely towards the end of the end game. They didn't look too flustered. They seemed calm, collected, and can be a real danger. He's a threat. He always has been. Quizzy.
That's a nade.
Oh,
I thought
it's a team nade.
Yeah, I saw it on the floor. I thought, is that a smoke?
Oh, Unity.
Well,
they've made a mess of
nading
it.
his teammate as well. What are you doing, boys?
It's going down towards them already, and it looks like the engage has happened, so I'm wondering to see what happens in the kill feed. Yeah, Jeems has just been lost. That was either poorly scouted or they didn't expect someone up there. I don't know how they've not seen this information.
Answered back. He's on fire. He's not on blaze, but he is ablaze at this moment in time. Plateau's there, so he's in a safety net, but losing Jeems essentially quite early on, especially
at the end of the corridor. He has to fight it. Really nice work on one. There is a second, though, and that's already going to be utility being put down. There was a flash in hand. You can see them trying to find a way through. I did see fire from behind, so he does have support there. And now can he find more? The reload, not ideal time. Level 1 helmet. If a headshot came in, that could be a disaster, but they're going to take their time. They're going to go for the revive. So is this now where we see the rest of Team Phantom creep?
Comps will be able to at least answer back any kind of force that'll be coming down that corridor, as he already has knocked one initially. And show the lack of utility in the grenades. Throwing in a flashbang like that, you'd always opt for the grenade first, maybe even just...
Now it's pick and choose. Do you go left, do you go right? Fex with a perfect shot. That was absolutely clinical. And Sunzi going to be feeling that tomorrow. So that is a really nice hold of ground there. The Diamond Dogs not going to be feeling too good about this up in the north as well. They're going to be working their way in towards this. TSM are just down towards the south, and ETG trying to make a move, and didn't go too good.
Yeah, Ubika just batters them both off the back of the bike. Ira now strikes as well. YMCA losing 1 player. Sadovnik finishes off and clutches the kill. That's job done, point in the bag for now. Lyran hoping this nade somehow by hook or by crook just finds its target.
Wacky Jackie almost ruined everyone's time in PUBG for a while. But it wasn't him who found it. Anyway, WS15 on the move, looking for their way forward as well. They're going to try and work their way down.
Speaking of jumping down, Buster will go down. Sadovnik sees him, puts him on the floor for now. Lyron will escape the casino, but players will have his number and be able to see angles from upside that hill should they be looking this way. It's going to be a very dangerous run. It is a dangerous run. It's actually death from behind and down. Recrent tagging away. But the dot damage, actually, he does survive through, so Recrent will still know he's there. Can't push in 2 and 2.
Look at this north side.
Nothing he can do.
The Diamond Dogs are trying to make the run now. TSM are under fire from, not too far away. And actually, surprisingly, Phantom goes down in the end. They were the ones who did so much damage on the way through. Now, IG fighting out in the east. They have got the first step there. That's good. That could maybe get them to work in towards the circle. But now the Diamond Dogs made the first move. They made the leap from the north, ahead of WS15, ahead of Liquid, and they might have just got in. I don't know how much fire they're going to get now, because they are now in the dangerous position that everyone's looking their way. And you're seeing the kill feed just light up. This is the sort of circle that now punishes anyone who by chance wasn't safe, wasn't in those middle positions, wasn't sitting on the right side of the road. It's as simple as it is. TSM now shifting further forward. They're working their way from the northeast. Fire coming in from Liquid, way up in the north, trying to gatekeep out WS15. And what this does is buy a bit of time for this man. Ibby might be on just a mission now. Just frag out. Do what you can. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to cross in this scenario. If he does, it's very lucky, and I think he's going to get punished now. He's been spotted, he's been called out, and that could be pointed.
Have to floor to them. TSM as a bigger extent, you have the ditches. You can play off the back of that. But IG have got different ideas whatsoever. They found one Michael, he's gone, they're removing from the field. This is the area that I spoke about. It's fragile. It's not great, but it's something And at the moment, win streak and IG, they're all just having a field day. They just finish him off from different angles.
Yeah, IG up the top here can pretty much be literal kings of the hill. TSM, sadly, the timing was a little bit misplaced from further north and, such and so on, get distracted elsewhere, but they don't have a sustainable spot. Now, Tommel's going to do some damage. That's good for the Dogs. They need a couple of points here and there. They have managed to worm their way in on the north, and now Liquid make their move. And it's Tornado Energy on the other side who will be watching this. The fire's coming in. This car is looking all kinds of bad. If he's gone down, Mexi is trying to make something happen for himself, try and find a bit of sustain. Not gonna happen. There he goes. I think K-Mine's still alive, trying to make it on foot, but this is just a massacre. All of those teams on the outskirts have now been slaughtered. WS15 have been dealt with. We do see 7 trying to make their stand, trying to find a way forward, but even for them right now, Tizran's still pretty far out, and he's on the other side of the road to the other teammates. They're on the eastern side. He's still on the west.
2-1-2, K-Mine, Tizran, all have open vision of them, and they should be dead. Blaze, the first one to go. 13th position is their grave. Brexico, speaking of grave, next to the graveyard. 3 teams now inside circle. Where does she go? She centralizes up. Tornado Energy have to come out of the safety net of the buildings. There's still one there, maybe even the second one, if they want to place themselves within it, utilize that. WTSG, this is an interesting one for them. This is where they have to now fight for their money. They had an absolutely beautiful area. It's one where we see circles like to hit sometimes. More importantly, it's defensive. There's a bit of a blockade going around it. Now they have to extend their arms reach. Now they have to kill people on arrival and keep people away from the edge of this circle because they will be creeping into the late game.
YMCA are going to make the move. They're sending out players one by one. I like this covering fire. They're leaving 2 back to keep some pressure towards 7. That's quite nice. It gives the boys moving a chance, and it may not be a good one, but it's at least a chance. And that's what they've got to bank on here. Exalt, Salt, however you want to call it. I kind of like calling them Salt, are keeping a lot of people on their toes, but they just lost out on Monkey, and that's a bit of a loss. Be a bit of a party over here, and they're slowly creeping in, and they don't have that many teams behind them. Welcome to South George could get there and could find fun towards that, but then you look at 7, could do the same to them. So there's no easy way forward here for many of these teams.
Now Krabbit gets spotted out. Good read from Vard to look there for any last-minute creepers. And now it's the field day. The hammer comes down. Ira finds 2. Vard's also there. If they can clean this up, this is beautiful work from them. Holding the outside of the circle in this scenario, that's all they have left, and that's their only option.
I love watching Iro play. This guy, he's still been impressive, and I think as an individual, he still is impressive. There goes the final member. 7 kind of, I guess, succumbed to defeat at that point, knowing that their days were numbered. Welcome to the rest of his team fell earlier on towards Tornado Energy and just about everyone else. Vard's going to claim it, and we're down to 7 teams, 26 players. Salt holding firm towards the build.
They could literally put everything they've been building so far and just throw it into the dirt. Noma can look like they're disconnecting and just say, okay, we'll go for the safety net, we'll take the building. Exalt continue on to YMCA. They're another team, then get an eye line on this one. YMCA have got about a 10-meter run to get out of their eye line of the crossfire here. If they make it, then WTSG will happily throw a grenade and get involved. Through the smoke we go. Nades up eventually from this side. There it is. Bye-bye.
Yeah, nice on nade to close that out. Welcome South George going to claim, and that's why they want those points realized and be able to pick them off, taking over Welcome South George's position if they did try and fight them. Welcome South George, however, are now not done. They're starting to like the kind of feeling that they're getting here. They're starting to look...
Trying to find an avenue of approach on this one, but I tell you what, every single angle, they've got 3 teams who can see them. If it's not Exalt, it's inside. If it's not inside, it's WTSG.
Yeah.
They're in trouble.
Yeah, and I don't know how much utility they've got left at this point. It can't be much. Surely they are down to dwindling amounts. There was a smoke there on Melman, so that's a bit of a loss. Even in the short term, they could have maybe tried to find a way in, prone down. So they're kind of, I guess, plumb in the middle of all of this. What happens? Iro's trying to stretch his legs. Works well for, Welcome South George, because that means that the side that has really good vision towards where Welcome South George would potentially work towards, they'll be removed. So really nice for them. That's going to pay off down the line. That does alleviate that sort of issue from that area, and now we need to look elsewhere. Who's going to find the next fight? Because Omen just lost a player. Not flushed, but now the damage in the graveyard. Who's going to be put in one? The nade came out. Oh, the shot! It's so precise from Paige.
Ooh.
But the nade comes back in, and that flushes Ival.
This gives Inside an opportunity to creep around the graveyard and maybe just eye up some other players. Udia, Hanseong.
IG, they're about to go in.
It's time to, they want to get involved in this one. Vard at least answers back onto T-Bone.
They lost one in the process, and now you're going to see the contact made from IG. Zampeek's right there, and you're going to look for more. He's going to get it down. That's Noki left kind of in pieces, and I don't think anything's going to come from that. No revives potential at all, as IG actually step by step are kind of clearing through this, as I don't think Salt actually have good vision towards this. With the smokes in place, it's worked out very well, and speaking of working out very well, is this bit of vision here.
I think that's T-Bone's second knock, potentially. So Page and T-Bone will just bleed out. I don't know how Vazku can get them. He can. It's as simple as that. He's already been damaged himself. He's hiding down in smoke cover. IG somehow, again, I have no idea how they've made it to this point, just by playing edge and creeping in slowly when engagements have been going down. I suppose there's something to be said, moving under the cover of fire and other teams going at one another. It's really worked out for them. They are at the door. There isn't too much you can do. When Circle goes central, they'll have to move forward, but Exalt, they'll have them held back at gunpoint by the throat. This could be problematic if WTSG gets an angle on Pixel. Yeah,
Welcome South George just tried to move a couple of players up, and they've got Vard up. That was it. That was this run. I don't think they're going to get much more. Nice work from Shiv. How do they still have nades? Exalt Salt have been holding this so well. Now they know there's players just down the ridge.
They'll have WTSG to deal with. Vazku finally found. Exalt knock him out. 4 position for them. 3 teams standing. Still plenty of players. Running. There's 2 teams staring at them, but Vard gets the opener. That's a good start. This could be fantastic.
Getting Vard into that position was absolutely huge. He was the big centerpiece that they were trying to put into play. The rest of them, I don't know if they can make the run, as Inside Games made the move at the correct time for themselves, but Salt's about to move out towards Vard. He's going to have to deal with a couple of these players. Free kill goes down, Monkey's there, finds one, trade comes back in. Vard is doing the work, and that's exactly what they needed. Urdir wants to try and fold on this, maybe get a frag back. Miraku now in line, nade in hand. That always makes me nervous. We know what they can do with these sort of things, and they're dealing with threats on the other side. This could be huge for Welcome South George. They still have 2 standing. The nade found his place, but can he find any more? No. That's going to just roll short as IG try and stabilize, but Vard looks hungry. Pixel finds Miraku, and we're down to 3 teams. We still have Shiv alive. We still have Urdir standing, if I'm not mistaken. No, Urdir's just been flushed. Vard is doing everything he can. That's 7 kills, making it 8 if he can find Shiv, who just hits the deck. Zampeek left. Ostrolovac in front, 2 teams. Vard, can he pull off the 1v2? This would be incredible. Double peak, not gonna happen. Inside Games, too calm under pressure, and what a game from them.
Nice to see the double push at the end.